Hi everyone. Today we will be starting a new series where I teach you how to play Magic the Gathering. Today we will start simple and go over the basics. If you are a new player who doesn't really understand what's going on in these Magic games and just wants to get an idea of what the rules are, this video is perfect for you. If you are an experienced player who has a good grasp of this game's rules, I suggest sticking around. It never hurts to have a refresher, or you might learn something new. Now, without any more delays, let's get started. For today's game, I'm here with my good friend Donald.
I don't know about friend, but I'm the main attraction of the video, so it was a hugely great idea to have me.
That's cool, Donald. Today, while standard decks are a great way to get into the game of Magic as they are simpler and smaller, I will be using a commander deck. This is because we primarily play commander here, and I will be able to clear up more confusion on what's going on during these games.
I have no clue why in the world he would choose commander, but whatever. It is my favorite format.
Let's get started here. We will be going over deck setup, turn phases, and a little bit of combat. Me and Donald will be using some simple pre-constructed decks. You can find these decks at your local game store or big box store. But if you ask me, I recommend buying these decks from your local game store unless they hike up the prices, but hey, that's up to you.
Wow, look at you, mister. I know everything about the Magic product market.
Shut up, Donald. Anyway, I am running Undead Unleashed, and Donald is running Coven Counters. Here's what a commander deck contains. Each one has a total of 100 cards. Your 100th card is your commander, the card that is offset from your deck. More on the commander later. You cannot have more than one of the same card in your deck besides basic lands. The only way you can have more than one of the same card is if that card specifically says you can have more than one of it in a deck. For example, in the new Lord of the Rings set, the Nazgul card states you can have up to 9 of these in a deck.
This is something I already know about, Obama. When are you going to show me the cool new stuff you promised?
I will get there soon, Donald. For now, we still have more to cover for the basics. After you and your opponent are done shuffling your deck, and with these pre-cons, make sure you shuffle thoroughly. You can choose a method on who goes first. In our case, we always roll a d20, and whoever gets the highest number goes first. Let's say, for instance, I go first. The player who goes first in a 1 versus 1 duel does not draw on their first turn, however. If there are 3 players or more, that player who goes first gets to draw a card. I will have the official MTG turn structure card on the side here to show you what I am going to do each turn. Since I am going first, I have no lands or creatures to untap, and I cannot draw a card, so I will pretty much start in my main phase. I will play a basic swamp land. With basic lands, you can tap them to add 1 mana of that land's color. There are 5 different colors in this game, and black is one of them. So in this case, I will tap this swamp to play a Soul Ring.
Are you
No cussing, Donald. This is for the newer viewers.
You're basically telling me not to breathe.
Anyway, I just played an artifact. This is a very popular card in this format, and just like a land, I can tap it to add 2 colorless mana to my mana pool. I won't tap it because I have nothing else in my hand to play. I won't explain the combat and main phase 2 yet, but I will go to my end phase where we can wrap up my turn and very simply pass my turn to Donald.
Finally, I get to show Obama up. I will draw for turn, play a plains, and pass turn.
Nice play, Donald.
All I did was play a basic land.
Now that we have the beginning of a turn established, I will play out what I have and explain as I go, but notice how my swamp is still tapped. I get to now untap these because it is the beginning of my turn. Now that I have untapped these, I will now draw for turn. I almost forgot to mention, when a player draws for turn, they put the top card of their library into their hand. The library being the deck of Magic cards. I got lucky and got a basic island. I will now go to my main phase and play it. I now have in total 4 available mana. I will tap my 2 basic lands and Soul Ring to summon my commander. Now a couple things here. 1, my commander is a creature, specifically a legendary creature zombie warrior. It is a 3/3, 3 power and 3 toughness. Creatures will have power and toughness. But think about those terms as attack and health. This creature has abilities, but it's nothing we can really use right now, so I will explain that later. I can't do much with this creature because it has summoning sickness. Summoning sickness is whenever you summon a creature, it can't be tapped, or it can't attack unless it has haste, which negates summoning sickness. All I can do here is pass my turn to Donald.
Now I wouldn't listen to him too much because he cheats, but I can pull myself out of this. I will draw for turn, play a plains, and pass turn.
Man, it looks like Donald still can't do much.
This deck is absolute garbage.
Skill issue. Anyway, I will untap, draw for turn, and play the first non-basic land. You cannot have more than one of these in your commander deck, and these non-basic lands have an extra ability that can be really helpful during the game. In this case, Sunken Hollow enters the battlefield tapped unless I control 2 or more basic lands. Luckily, I have 2 basic lands, so this enters in untapped. I will tap 3 to play Cemetery Reaper. It is a 2/2 with other zombies you control get +1/+1. Notice how it says the word other, meaning this zombie does not receive that benefit. I can tap 3 and tap this creature to exile a creature card from my graveyard to create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Here are 2 new key words for you to understand. Besides your library, which is where your deck is, you have 2 other piles. You have the graveyard and exile. Graveyard is used for putting creatures that die and other spells that resolve when they are done casting, like sorceries or instants. Anything that gets destroyed or is done being resolved, it goes to the graveyard. The nice thing about the graveyard is you can get creatures back from it by using various cards that state how you will do that. The other pile is known as exile. This is where you typically cannot get cards back for the rest of the game. There are a few instances where it is possible, but for now, cards that go in exile stay in exile. Anyway, this is the first time we can go to the combat phase and fully utilize it. I will go to combat and declare my attackers. In this case, I will declare my commander as the attacker.
Oh, come on, Obama. You're going to attack me?
Precisely. Do you have any blockers?
Obviously not.
Sweet, you will take 4 commander damage. Don't forget everyone, he gets the extra +1/+1 from the other zombie.
I'm going to explain this because I guarantee you the viewers are tired of your voice. Commander damage is damage dealt by your big guy. If you take 21 or more commander damage, you lose the game.
Oh, I almost forgot to go over it, but each player starts with 40 health in a game of Commander. And if your health reaches 0, you lose. All right, I think we've reached a decent spot to end off at, but to recap everything we've gone over, you have learned what cards your deck needs to have. You learned the important turn phases, and you got a small taste of what combat is like in Magic: The Gathering. But there is one more important thing I want everyone to remember.
Oh, what could that be?
Always make sure to have fun. Sure, you can try your hardest to win all of the time, but so long as you're having fun and your opponents are having fun, that will always be a win in my book.
Anyway, if you noticed anything Obama might have missed out on, please drop a comment down below and some random loser will pin it for everyone to see. I have places to be, so thanks for watching, and I'll see everyone later.